What's up, y'all? It's Acoya. You're here on Front Row Live.
What's up, Acoya? I'm so excited to be talking to you. I've been thinking about your track ever since I got to watch it at the Beanie dinner that we got to experience it for the very first time, and it's been
Yeah.
a few months already, and
Uh-huh.
it's still stuck in here, man. Like
For sure. I'm
DUI is
glad to
about
hear
to
it.
drop. It's
Yes,
literally
sir.
right around the corner.
Hmm.
So I kind of want to talk about like what is it about your creative process that kind of led you to this kind of sound that you're blessing us with.
Yeah. So DUI is actually a lot of people don't really know this, but it's an older track. I've had this one kind of in tucked away for the last like 2 years or so. And then when ABS-CBN came into the picture, we were going through like my whole catalog of unreleased stuff, and this one came up. And I think what they were drawn to, what I'm drawn to about the song is really like the punchiness of it. Like I feel like the bass really hits hard, and like the like lyrical content is so like it has a certain edge to it that I think people in general will be drawn to, that I'm drawn to about it. But it's definitely the process of writing it was just life experience, what I was going through at the time, and how I interpreted it in my emotions, and how it came into the song of DUI. And there's a whole lore behind the lyrics that we can get into later or another time. But yeah, that's DUI.
2 years you've been holding this
Yeah,
hostage, basically. Like,
it's been
what?
in
I
it's
mean,
been in the tuck.
what was wrong with it that you didn't want to release it
Nothing
immediately?
actually. Well, because I created it at this program called Lamp that I did. Jamiko, who I think you talked to earlier, he also did this program. But it was this program where you like make a song a week basically. So you're kind of
Mm,
constantly outputting new music. And
yeah.
so this was one of the first songs I actually made there. And so, but because of the fact that I was just making songs every week, there wasn't like a release schedule, at the time. I was kind of on pause as far as releases go. So,
Hmm.
and by the time I finished, I had like 30 songs kind of ready to go. So I'm just like, it's hard to pick and choose. So I think this one, and it's now getting its life, with ABS-CBN and AMI. So I'm really glad that it's finally happening. But it was actually going to be, I was going to drop it like summer 2024, but another song, my song Loverboy, which ended up being kind of a crowd favorite, that one took the spot for that summer. So
Summer songs are scary to drop because
yeah.
it's hit or miss. Like you could be the
Mhm.
one that gets asked for at every single club, or it
Exactly.
just gets forgotten, right? But like you had that success with your song in 2024. Did that add pressure? Knowing how good that one did that add pressure to like now that you're about to release DUI?
Yeah, I think what was really great about that release, so that was, yeah, summer 2024, and that was less than a year of me being in LA and like kind of doing, the thing, being an artist and everything. And
Yeah.
the success of that one actually really added some confidence into what I was doing, because that was my first release after doing this program. And I think there was a lot of like validation that came with like I released a song and it did well. It actually got picked up for this Paxton campaign that I did. It was like a collaboration. They were trying to do something for festival season called the Paxton Collective, and they
Mhm.
selected like four artists nationwide to like do a music video and like an in-store like live performance, and then like you shop for clothes and you do a whole collaboration with them. And so I was one of the four artists that got picked up for that, and it was for that song, Loverboy. So I think there was a level of like validation, like, oh, maybe I'm doing something right. So I think more than anything it was like confidence building. And now a couple of years down the line, I feel as confident as ever dropping DUI. So yeah.
Already from the beginning things are happening, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's a cool feeling.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you go back to DUI a couple years later, you're about to release it. Do you go back into the studio and re-record stuff, rewrite stuff? Like, what is this, the original version
Mhm.
that you had from
Yeah.
back then?
What I love about this song is the fact that it is the original version. Like everything is from the year that I made it. Like it's been mixed and touched up, but as far as the musical arrangement elements, even the vocals, like everything is exactly how it was when I first made it and showed it to my class at the school. Like it's kind of cool to have it again, like see it have its own life now, and have it come so far, but still kind of be the same, at the same time.
I mean, it says you can write timeless music, so
Yeah,
that's
hey. Hey, I didn't say it, man. Listen. I appreciate it. Oh yeah.
vocally though, like when you listen back to it, obviously you've evolved since then with your vocals, and
Mhm.
you've probably experienced new ways of singing, new ways of kind of emoting. But
Absolutely.
when you listen to it, back, like, how do you feel now when you listen to it and actually like perform it live?
Yeah. I definitely feel like when I listen to it now, because I like you said, like my vocal ability has improved and like my ear for things. And there's probably like different places where I would have like switched up my tone maybe like
Mm-hmm.
in the songs like pretty much like all the choruses are kind of like all the same like tone wise. Like I probably would have switched it up a little bit. So like I kind of hear those things like in retrospect, right? And as far as like live performance goes, like I do like different ad libs usually than like what's in the track sometimes, and just like different choices that I would make probably now versus then. But I still love it for it is for what it is right now. Like it's yeah.
What's your favorite moment from the recording process of the song?
I'll tell you right now. I have it actually. It's somewhere on video. So I co-wrote this song with a friend of mine, Eric Bonner. He's an amazing songwriter. He's been crushing it seriously. So shout out to him. But I wrote the first verse through like chorus like on my own. Like I usually start my
Mm.
creative process on my own. And I had gotten up to that first chorus, and sometimes I get stuck. You know, the second verse curse is sometimes what people call it. And I kind of got stuck. Like I didn't know what to say or like, you know, what to write about, the melodies. And so I pulled Eric in. He was like also in the studios that day. So I pulled him in and we like set up a phone. I'm so glad. This is like in the beginning of the program, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm trying to be a creator and, you know, do the thing. And so I put the phone up and I'm so glad I did because there's like a 30-minute cut or 40-minute video or something of us like writing that second verse. And if you listen to that verse, like that verse is crazy. Like the lyrics and like the entendres and everything is still gets me hyped now. But writing it, like there's several moments in that whole writing process with him where we were like, oh, like freaking out, you know, like and it was just the best time. And me and him both look back on that day and like watching that video, it's crazy. But there's some like moments, yeah, that yeah, it's unforgettable for me. But that second verse, writing that one, yeah, hit different.
That's awesome, and I feel like that's gonna hit even more different. Like once it's out, people are loving it and vibing to it.
Mhm.
It's a catchy song. The vibe is there. Like, and then you watch the music video, and it's like, okay, all right, I see where you're
Yeah,
going. Like, I see what's
yeah.
going on here.
For sure.
Um,
He
but
actually hasn't. I don't think he's seen the music video. My co-writer.
oh,
I gotta show it to him because I'm like, man, look at our little our baby. You know what I'm saying? Like got a music video and everything. And, yeah, no, I'm really excited for people to see the video.
that's so cool. When it comes to the music video, did you have any say in how you wanted it to kind of play out?
Yeah, so it started with like kind of I started with like an idea of like what I might do for like they like AMI asked me like what ideas I had going into it, and I had a few ideas, so I made like a little storyboard and like kind of concept everything, and then that when it came time to like take some pitches, we met with Awe Films who ended up shooting this music video and also Jamiko's Malibu music video, which is amazing. And so is mine. Wait till y'all see this. But when it got to that, then they kind of took my concept, like my presentation, and there was a collaborative effort to like bring it fully to life. And so they interpreted it the way that they saw it, and then pitched it, and then I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Like we got to what I got to what I where I wanted it to be. And on set too was really a collaborative process with everybody involved of like, what if we did this, or what if this shot was here, or stuff like that. So the whole process with all films and David was amazing.
How do you like being the actor in your own films?
Like I don't have a lot of acting experience. The more recent thing that I've done, I was in a Walmart commercial recently where
Yeah.
I was in a I don't know if you or anyone have seen it, but it was a national Walmart commercial. It was the boy band. It played a lot during like the World Cup and stuff. And well, that was the first time I'd ever been in a commercial and like I had to like act like for real. But because we're in a boy band, I felt like I had to just be like an exaggerated version of myself. And so I felt like that's what I had to do for the DUI music video, except you know I'm me, I'm not in a boy band, so and like the tone of the song is very different than like Walmart, you know, very PG. So like I think as far as the acting side of it went, it didn't feel that jarring to me because I just had to be myself in a way and be who I was when I wrote that song.
Did you have any challenges with this song or the music video that kind of made it difficult to either start the process, finalize the process, or just be part of the process in general?
Difficult parts. um I would say that like this wasn't even like like creatively challenging, but on the day of the shoot, it was just really hot. Like and all the shots when where like you'll see in the video, there's like where I'm like in the car or in the alley, and like you know there's the party sequence. We were in like this big warehouse and there's no AC or anything, and I'm in the shirt I'm wearing is like a sweater and it's like fleece kind of, and I'm wearing a jacket too, and it's like 90 some degrees, and I'm like burning up. So like physically challenging. I was getting tired, not even just performing it, but being in that heat. But creatively wise, no, there honestly nothing that comes to mind. It was a very seamless process with Awe, and in writing the song also with Eric was very seamless and just enjoyable. So
The things you have to do to make it, man. Like
dude, listen,
it's
some moments I would sit there and just be like, you know what, this is what it takes. This is what it takes. Like, stay in the jacket, man. Like,
this is just one
yeah,
small like thing that you have to like be tortured with.
exactly. Yeah,
This song sets the tone for an upcoming EP. So can we talk a little bit about that and like what
yeah.
direction you kind of see yourself or your music going?
Yeah, so this song is actually the beginning of a narrative that's going along with an upcoming EP, this body work, as you put it. And for me, in the storyline, without giving away too much, because I want people to kind of be surprised by it. But this song really sets the tone of what this narrative is for me because it is the first encounter with this person, this love interest. And for me, historically, like knowing myself emotionally, I've always been someone who falls very deeply for somebody. And so this kind of like DUI is like this first encounter, and then the rest of the story is kind of where that takes my feelings. So I feel like this project will has something for everybody. You know, it has some for in the club like DUIs, but then there's also going to be tracks that are a little more like upbeat pop kind of stuff that have a little more longing, a little more vulnerable. And I like that it's a project that has multiple sides of me. So I'm excited for people to hear it and kind of piece that story together for themselves. So yeah, just gotta stay tuned for that one.
That's awesome, and I'm excited because concept records are awesome.
Yeah.
We don't get too much of those, and when we
Hmm.
do, it's always worth the wait, right? So
Yeah.
it's also a
Absolutely.
challenge for you because it's like you want to write all this music, but you want it to be cohesive at the same time. You want to be able to tell
Exactly.
that same story. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear and
And
see
what's
how to
yeah.
deliver.
For sure. And what's great about like what you said, like having it be cohesive, with some of some of these songs are also pretty old, like from the same time, around the same time DUI was created. And so when it came down again, like coming to sit down with AMI and like listening to everything, that's when we actually pieced it together. It wasn't like I had this idea and then we wrote all the songs. It was like just Frankenstein it together and it came out perfectly. Like these were songs originally. I've said this to my team a lot. Like I never envisioned these songs being on the same project, but then sitting down and listening to it and having that collaboration, like I saw it and the vision became very clear. So yeah, it is has a bit. It has a really. I feel like has a very strong narrative and something people can relate to. So
Like I said, timeless writer.
thanks. Appreciate you.
This won't be the last time you hear it.
Mhm. Love it.
Now you get to perform once again. Well, you get to debut the song again for this upcoming Beanie shows. So I'm
Mhm.
curious, like, how different is it being able to do something like this when you're performing with an artist that doesn't necessarily do the same sound that you do?
Yeah, I think that's why it will go over very well because it's something new and something fresh for this audience, but it still is kind of within that same like mainstream appeal and universal like emotions and things like that. And so I am performing a clean version though, because like you've heard the song, it gets pretty steamy. So I am performing a clean version just to, make sure everybody's cool. But I think like you said, like having an audience that maybe like that they're there for Beanie is, and it's not the same kind of vibe. I think that's why it'll go over so well, just because it's something fresh and something exciting at the same time. So I'm really excited to kind of get with the crowd and see everyone's reactions and make the eye contact and get out there and do that song.
Do you feel like rehearsals for this type of show are different to the rehearsals you do for your own type of shows or any other festival?
I definitely feel like it is. It feels like everything, especially as of late, the scale of everything is just growing. And this is Beanie, this is World Tour, this is Coachella Day, like this is Beanie. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not pressure to me. I don't feel like pressure, but I feel like just an overwhelming feeling of excitement. Like this is another one of those stages, like I mentioned in 2024, where I felt validated, like I'm doing something right. And this is just another one of those moments for me where I feel like everything's kind of pointed in the right direction, and I just get the opportunity to do what I do in front of a bigger crowd. So I'm really excited.
That's exciting, man. Well, congratulations with the success so far. It's been a big
Thank
year
you.
for you, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better. So,
Thank you.
Acoya, congrats with the new single DUI. You guys be sure to check out DUI once it drops. Music video as well once it drops. And thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm sure we'll do this again some other time.
For sure. Appreciate you, bro.